Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of ChimpChat. I am joined today with Laurina Anderson, the energy shifter. She's a life and energy coach working with businesses and individuals on living a happier and healthier lifestyle. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Jeff, for having me. I really do appreciate it. It is one of the things that I absolutely love to do. I love to help individuals find peace and calm, especially in this chaotic time period. You know, I think that one of the major things that we're dealing with right now happens to be the unknown. There's so much fear in the unknown, and how they're going to maneuver in this new arena that is totally off kilter. So that's what I've really been working with a lot of my clients with. You know, not only corporations, but also with individuals, in being able to have them find peace of mind, you know, to have them be calm, to have them be alert, focused, good decision making, and you know, maneuver through this time period.
Sure. So that kind of gives me so many questions. I'm going to get started with first, just for the people that aren't familiar with what like energy shifting is, talk about what energy shifting is, just 30 seconds, 60 seconds, quick description of what that is. And then I want to talk more about what you're doing to help your clients and to kind of navigate through this time. So quick energy shifting stuff, and then we'll get into the specifics.
Okay, that sounds great. Energy shifting means that we're all energy. Everything is energy. And we can feel it within the body mind. So many times when there's a lot of distress, you can feel the stress within the body. So what I do is I teach people how to release and dissolve that stress, that knotting, the tightness and everything, and how to shift their energy into their positivity, how to feel more calm, how to quiet the mind, come back down into the body, reconnect to their intuition, their gut, in order to make the moves that are so necessary in their everyday life. And also the bigger decisions being the fact, whether you own a business, you're a president of a company, or you are dealing with, at this moment, since we're in the coronavirus, whether or not we're dealing with homeschooling your children, running an HR business for a multi-million-dollar company, whether it is taking care of your husband or cooking or going grocery shopping, or, you know, whatever the situations call for. So it's how to maneuver through that with security, with confidence, and with a sense of knowing that this too shall end.
So let's talk specifics then. What kind of advice are you working? What kind of things are you working with your clients on to kind of navigate what's going on, the weirdness that's going on in the world?
Well, one of them is learning how to breathe. The majority of people do not know how to breathe. They breathe from up here, their neck, and they stay up right up here in their head. Okay, and this is where a lot of the stress happens, because you're always trying to figure it out. So in breathing, I have them come all the way down into their diaphragm, into their belly, as if it's a great big balloon. And so I have them breathing all the way in, and then as they exhale, I have them piercing their lips and then exhaling from down below and flattening that belly. And I've got to tell you, within 3 deep breaths like that, all of a sudden their shoulders are loose, their cardiovascular system is more relaxed, their nervous system is more relaxed, and that's when you get into the present moment. And I call it this magic moment, because honestly, the only time that we have, our only reality is right now, right here. What are we doing with it? So that happens to be a big relief for all of my clients, is just learning how to breathe, be present, and quiet this baby, you know, and drop down. Feel the body. The body's talking to you. And that's where your energy field is within your body. So the more that you have the ability of connecting to the body, the more it's going to talk to you, because it's always talking to you. And the other thing too is that you become more relaxed. You're not caught up in the chaos. And this thing quiets. When you're stuck up in here, you know, this thing zooms. And it's got you going from the past, of which you have nothing to do with anyhow, other than extracting the wisdom from it, And then it has you future gazing. Well, if you're future gazing, you're not here. You know, you're thinking. We need to quiet that little puppy down. So that's one of the two things that I do. Breathing, quieting this, and just have them feeling, relaxing the body, you know, relaxing the muscles, being able to just be in that present moment. And then from there, focusing. What is your next step? Let's prioritize. What do you need to do next? All right? Taking it one at a time, step by step, because we're bombarded all the time, back and forth, especially, you know, with the coronavirus, and you're working at home, you've got kids at home, everything's coming at you. How then do you manage step by step? So that's a couple of things that I do. Then I also teach them how to dissolve, how to release that stress, that tension within the body. And part of that is through breathing, and another part of it is identifying where those energy contractions live in the body. And then we dissolve that through a technique that I teach, and then we shift the energy into your positivity, into the things that make you really who you are, your true authentic self. And the more energy that we can put into that, the more alive and awake they feel, the more vibrant, the more youthful, stronger, and that's when things get accomplished.
Gotcha. So talk to me about the difference of what this is and classical meditation, or how you use meditation in what you're working on.
Excellent question. You know, there's a big thing right now called mindfulness. And mindfulness means that you become aware of your mind, you become aware of your thoughts. Well, with my technique, you not only become aware of your thoughts, but you also begin to reconnect, as I said, with the body. So I teach them first how to breathe. I have them close their eyes, how to breathe, how to reconnect, how to feel the shoes on your feet, feel the pants on your legs or the skirt on your legs, feel the blouse on your, and then become aware of the sounds without climbing into it, without any mental opinion whatsoever. How do you, just being aware of the sounds, and then be aware of the thoughts that are going on. You know, because you're not your thoughts, you have thoughts, but you're not them. You have emotions, you're not your emotions. You're aware of them. So I have them closing their eyes and centering themselves, and then I tell them to gently open their eyes and then direct their energy out. You know, just notice green in and out of the office. I'm usually working in the office. Now I'm outside. But just direct your energy, just identify the green while you're still aware of the sounds, while you're still breathing, feeling the pressure on your seat where you're sitting, feel the pressure on your back where you're leaning, and just become aware, just present. And that way they calm down, they're more relaxed, and it's amazing the things that we can get done.
So talk to me about specific techniques that you've worked with, rather than saying this is what I teach. For those of people that are watching at home, what are some tips? People are stressed, and they, like you said, they're homeschooling their kids with virtual learning with the teachers that are doing a great job, but they have to do a lot more at home. They're working. They don't have that social interaction to kind of help get a lot of that stress out. Specific techniques that people can work on at home. What are some of those?
Well, one of them is what I just mentioned, how to breathe, how to be consciously breathing. It's called conscious breath.
Okay.
And that is breathing down deep into their belly, bringing all their attention back in, feeling the body expand with the breath, and then piercing their lips. When you pierce your lips, what I would like them to do is feel that little bit of tension, and then send the energy down into their hands. It is amazing how much energy is in their hands. One of the techniques, just to show you how incredible and energetic we are, is that if you do this little test here, and you just put all your attention, because we move our energy via our attention and our breath, just put a little bit of attention in between those hands, and you can begin to feel the resistance in them. That's your energy field. Okay. So what I have them doing is feel that energy. Breathe in, pierce your lips, feel the energy. And sometimes it feels like a little tingling, whether it's in the palm of the hands or the fingertips. The other thing I have them do is to be able to just feel the body. You know, in the beginning of learning this, take yourself out of the situation. You know, go outside if it's quiet, go out into the bathroom, just to get some quiet so that you can do the breathing technique and start feeling that energy. The other thing too is noticing where the tightness is in the body. You know, a lot of times we hold so much in the guts down here. You know, and we get stressed out, that gets all tied up and everything. So what I want you to do is breathe into that energy contraction. Take a slow, deep breath into that energy contraction and send energy into it. And the other thing too, which I find very, very important that people don't do for themselves is giving themselves self-love, unconditional love. So one of the meditations that I do is I have them envision like this beautiful bright white light coming down into the top of their head and going into their heart energy. Okay, and then taking that energy from the heart, and then as they breathe out, sending that energy from their heart down their arms into their hands and right into that gut, wherever that contraction is. And do that like 3 or 4 times. And I swear to you, you will tangibly feel it release. Because wherever you put love, negativity cannot withhold. It cannot withstand that kind of love. Unconditional, no agenda, no judgment. And positive self-talk. I am going to get through this. I know what to do next. But you have to get present. You have to touch into that intuition to be able to do that. Does that?
No, I think it's great. I mean, I think you're getting to some of the specifics of what people can think of, because obviously these are difficult times and people are struggling. Obviously, not just financially. Obviously, there's people that are struggling financially, but there's people that are just struggling with the stress of managing everything, and with fewer ways to release that stress, we have to find new techniques of accomplishing that. And so it's nice to kind of think about what you're describing. So
and that's the other thing. I don't want anybody to think. I want them to feel.
Fair enough. But you understand what I mean, though, is that it is at some point, you have to take that active step to not think. At some point, you have to take that active step to as you described, to feel and not think. And but those are, especially with what you described earlier, we live so much in our heads.
Yes.
And you kept pointing between your head. We live so much there, and I certainly can appreciate that it's sometimes it's very hard to disconnect that.
Well, something that's really interesting is that, just a fast example. I was with one of my clients and I said, okay, tell me something really amazing about you. Okay, so one of your talents, one of your gifts, whatever it is. And he sat there for like 15 seconds trying to think of something. And I said, okay, so that's the first problem. I said, you're not giving yourself any credit for who you are and what you have and how you impact the people around you, or your work, your business, life itself, right? And I said, okay, so tell me something. I'm going to repeat myself. Tell me something that's really amazing about you. And he said, oh, I'm a great listener. And I said, fabulous. What does that feel like? Oh, it feels great. I said, where do you feel that in the body? And he says, I don't know. I have to think about it. And I said, no. You said this is a feeling. A feeling, it lives within the body. It doesn't live up in the head. This thing has no feelings. It has thoughts, unless you got a major headache. But I said, where do you feel that in the body? You said it feels great. He said, I've never thought about it that way. It's in my gut and it's in my heart. And I said, good. Now add some more energy to it. Really feel it. Really feel it, because that's what people feel from you. But if you're living up in your head, they don't feel you. And that's when you disconnect from your audience. That's when you disconnect in communication. When you are communicating with somebody, stay out of your head. Place all your attention on that other person in front of you. Listen with ears quiet. Listen with ears quiet. Listen from your heart. And I've got to tell you, it made a huge difference because he's a lawyer, you know, he's high stressed. He's got everything coming to him left and right, right and left. And he said, I am so grateful for that because it allowed me then to really be able to tap in to what my clients were saying, what they needed. Because when I'm up here, I can't hear them. And they said, that's incredible. So we have to stop interpreting our feelings through our head. Feel them. If it feels great, give it to yourself. You know, it's something that you came into this world to share with the world.
Right.
And accelerate it.
Excellent. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing today.
Oh my God, it's such a pleasure. I love sharing, and I love to be able to impact people and let them understand how really powerful and amazing they are. Because when we get trapped in this world, we forget who we are, how we are, the things that we impact other people with, our positivity, our love. And first and foremost, you know, you have to give it to yourself first. Feed yourself with your own unconditional love so you can feed others as well.
Great. Love it. So thank you so much for joining today and sharing your experiences and how people can start to feel and not just think. So obviously, I think you've done a good job of describing what it is, but why don't you spend 20, 30 seconds talking to those watching and listening about what it is specifically that you do, about your business. Go for it.
Okay, cool. I'm known as the energy shifter because I teach you how to shift your energy into your positivity, releasing negative energy. I have an office that's located in Fort Lauderdale, and I do one-on-one coaching. I do FaceTime, Skype, Zoom now, and it's usually an hour session, and it's a 12-week program. And if you want to get a hold of me, my telephone number is 407-340-0301. My website is www.ishiftyourenergy.com. And my email address is la@ishiftyourenergy.com. And I would love, and not only that, but my free set, I offer a free session, 30-minute free session, so that you get an experience. I want you to have this.
Fabulous. And I'll include your contact information below in the description on the YouTube channel. So again, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody at home, this is once again Laurina Anderson, the Energy Shifter, and she's fabulous. So remember, everybody at home, be safe, be kind, pass the hat, help local businesses. A lot of businesses have been very hurt by what's going on. So remember to help as many local businesses as you can. And what that looks like is entirely up to you. Until next time, I'll see you again.